Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's Game Dave. Hello. Why am I doing this? This is stupid. Hey, glad you're here with me again. I'm Game Dave. And I wanted to talk about a couple of things that have gone on recently. Talk about some pickups. What pickups? As most of you should already know, a couple weeks ago, I attended the Too Many Games convention at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. It was a great time. I got to meet a bunch of people who watched the show. We had a Game Dave After Dark panel sequel thing. That was pretty interesting. I'm actually in the process of editing both last year's After Dark panel and this sequel panel, and those are going to be posted, hopefully, in full on the Patreon page, if you want to check that out. Does that seem After Dark to you? No. No, so let's change what is on the screen there. Now that's pretty good. That'll do. It's always interesting. This year, I had a little table set up. I had the Fammy Corner shirts, the launch of the Fammy Corner shirts that I had printed up. People were excited about those. It was fun to get those into the hands of the people. I think people enjoyed them. Even got a picture with all of the Fammy Corner people I could find around the convention after the first day. That was fun. Right after the panel, actually. That's why they were easy to find. And normally I buy a lot when I go to Too Many Games. I go a little bit crazy, and then I'm broke when I get home, and I gotta make a bunch of money for the next year. This year I didn't pick very much up. I'll show you what I got, but I want to talk about why. I've noticed at conventions, so this might be a little game chasing hint for you. That's gonna come into play obviously a little bit later if you stick around to the end of the video. I'm noticing that a lot of conventions and even a lot of flea markets now, what they're doing is they're not using eBay prices. That was sort of the old thing, is that they would price it at sort of that eBay level, and then you try to sort of bargain down to get under eBay, because then you take into account shipping, and it's just more expensive on eBay. Might as well buy it in person. You can see it, feel it, see the quality, the cleanliness, see if anything's broken, especially with controllers. Don't buy controllers that are used online unless you really trust the source, because you gotta check them for the sticky, the icky, the goo. There's some gooey controllers out there. You don't want a gooey controller. I don't want one. Ew, unless it's my own gooey. Let's move on from the controllers. This is getting bad. But what I noticed this year, the few times that I got a chance to walk the vendor area at Too Many Games, and Too Many Games has tons of games, obviously, and there's a lot of things to buy. There's a lot of rares out there, a lot of commons as well if you're trying to fill out your collection. Everything was priced, for the most part, higher than eBay. At least the games were, the used games. A lot of them were priced higher than eBay prices. That's unusual, and then I realized, oh, they know that when you come to these conventions, you're expecting to get a deal. They know people don't normally pay full price. That's the whole fun of a convention. You get to haggle, you get to bargain. How much is that? Oh, $8? Can you do $5? I do it. I don't pay full price for anything when I go to a convention. It's not how I do. I don't do that way. So the sellers, not everybody, some are still fair, but some of these sellers, they got it in their heads, they knew, so they were actually labeling things above eBay prices, so that when you would bargain and do a little bundle, your offer would sometimes hit what would normally be an eBay price anyway, and then you feel like you're getting a deal. It's very much the car salesman mindset, and that was kind of sad to see. So I didn't end up buying any games at the convention. Nothing. I got 2 pieces of art though, and I'm very happy with them. First, they're down here in the depths. The very first thing I purchased is this right here. Oh, it looks like the PlayStation box. The jewel case for Suikoden. Oh, of course. You know, as soon as I saw this, I mean, who's gonna think to do a canvas wrap of this game? It was the only one he had. Not surprised that there wasn't a ton of stock of these in the back. So I was like, please, don't have any cash on me, but I will be back. Trust me. I'm Game Dave. You say, I don't know who you are, but sure, I'll put it I'll put it under the booth. Came back, picked it up, Super awesome, really high quality print. I have got to figure out where to hang this thing up. Somewhere, but I'm super happy to get this. You knew I had to have it. Pretty happy about that. And the other piece of art. It's in a Ziploc baggie for freshness. My boy Adam, the Square Painter, if you can see that, Square Painter 2018. He painted this little item. It's my Jackie. It's my boy Jackie Chan from Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu on the NES. Of course I had to have it. I feel like he painted this knowing I was gonna be there. You think? He was like, guaranteed sale, and I was happy to get it, of course. Oh, that paint is still fresh. I can smell it. Here's the other reason that I didn't pick anything else up, because on Saturday, I was speaking with William Chaser of the Game Chasers. You might know Billy and Jay. I've known them for a couple of years. We've interacted slightly in the past, but this year, we were set up right next to each other at the booths. So I hung out with them most of the weekend. Got to talk to them a lot. Great guys, great fellas. Great fellas. Don't listen to the papers. They're good guys. And I think it was Saturday, Billy said, hey, why don't you come with us to Classic Game Junkie on Sunday? I think we're going to film an episode. And I was so pumped. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go game chasing with you. That'll be awesome. Sounds like a great time. I'm in. Plus, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to pass up a chance to be in a Game Chasers episode. That would be so cool. But then I got really spooked. I'm going to tell you, this is the secret truth. I was really nervous that I had misinterpreted what Billy had said. Because the day sort of came, it was kind of, they weren't really sure where we were going to go after the convention closed down. We knew we were going to get dinner somewhere. So he didn't really know where we were eating. He was like, oh, that guy has the address of the restaurant. Just go ask him. I was like, what? Okay. So I went and talked to this fella. Nice guy. Tyler? I believe his name was Tyler. And he's like, yeah, we're going to be eating here. And I was like, okay, how many people are going to this thing? I was very confused. We get over to the restaurant. It was this diner, and it was very interesting. I got pancakes. Got myself some pancakes. Little breakfast at dinner. I went the Brenner route. Okay, some sweet sugary goodness. That's probably good for this. It's good for the belly, right? But there were like 20 people at this table. 20, it was a lot of people. I'm like, okay, I'm not, this was just like, just a general gathering. Hey, we're all going over to the Classic Game Junkie. It wasn't like a, I was like, okay, that's fine. No offense taken. It's okay. It's just hanging out at the game store. They're going to open up the retro game store after hours. We're going to go in, hang out, maybe do some shopping. Not a big deal. They're going to shoot their episode. It's fine. So many people are going to be there. Oh, I was wrong, though. I was wrong about my original rightness, and I was right about my later wrongness. We get there, we're searching around, and then Jay grabs me and says, hey, we're going to go in the basement. We want you to come with us. Cameras start rolling. We're down there chasing games. I was like, this is so cool. How fun. I finally get to collab with Billy and Jay of the Game Chasers. Clearly, they started to love me. Thank God, because I love them too. In that way. And guess what? The episode that I was in is already out. You can watch it right now. You can check out their episode. You can see all of the tales of what went down. It's a great episode. I've already seen it. Super fun. Glad that they let me be a part of it. The great guys. Please go check out that episode right now. Please check it out. If you haven't seen that episode, pause me, and then at this time, this is where you go over to that episode and watch it. And then when you're done watching that, you're going to come back here, and I'll be waiting for you in your pause tab, and then we can pick right back up. Because I want to show you what I got at Classic Game Junkie. Frank, the owner of Classic Game Junkie, gave me a great deal, a little bit unintentionally if you've seen the episode, but I went Vectrex style. Here's what I got. Let me just shuffle some things. Okay, so these are all the games. Actually, probably should not. So we got Fortress of Narzad, Spinball. This is not Sonic Spinball, which is one of my favorite Genesis games. Sorry. We got Star Castle, Web Wars. We got the classics here. I used to play this one all the time at my friend's house, who also had a Vectrex. Isn't that weird? We had a Vectrex, and it was way after the time of the Vectrex when I got one, and our neighbors, two doors down, they had a Vectrex, but they had every game released for the Vectrex boxed. They were rich. They had the money. And we got Star Trek. You gotta have Star Trek. Even got the overlay for Star Trek. I got the overlay for Mindstorm, which is actually a pretty rare overlay, which Frank didn't realize because he never rung it up. And I basically got this for free. Woohoo! Thank you, Frank. Love you. And then, oh, things are dropping. Art Master. This was the big one. This was the big mama. Art Master. Such a unique game because this is like the Mario Paint of the Vectrex. What? You can draw on the screen of the Vectrex in vectors using a special light pen controller. You gotta have the light pen controller. Well, guess what? Classic Game Junkie had the light pen. This is it. The Vectrex light pen. Look at that thing. How cool. I haven't tried it out yet. You want to go test it out? I haven't tested it out yet, and my Vectrex has been a bit wonky lately. I think I need to recalibrate the screen or something. I don't know how to do that. Let's go plug this thing in and see what happens. Art Master. Going in. Get this controller out. It's a little rough. This was my childhood Vectrex, after all. Let's plug it in and see what we get. Moment of truth. I hope it even turns on. I gotta fix the adjustment here, the calibration. Ooh! Art Master. Ooh, we got Sketch, Connect, Animate. I guess let's do some Sketch. I think I need this. I think so. Sketch. Alright, so this is the cursor. Oh yeah, she works. Frank didn't rip me off. That's good. I think you hold down to draw. Oh boy. We're drawing with vectors, my friends. Oh yes. This is way harder than it looks. Triangle. This is a triangle. Very good. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, boy. This is not very user-friendly, but darn it, if it don't work. It's beautiful, but not really. Oh, man. Hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. Remember, stay digitally distracted.